what the people think, what they talk about. But life's a gamble. If you wanna win, you've got to play the game. Things don't always go the way you play. Sometimes you lose, but I bet this time you're gonna win. Don't go giving your love, don't go giving your love away. That's what they say. Don't go giving your love, don't go giving your love away so easily. Don't go giving your love, don't go giving your love away. It's what they say. Don't go giving your love, don't go giving your love away so easily. Don't go giving your love, don't go giving your love away. It's what they say. Don't go giving your love, don't go giving your love away so easily. Oh no.
Welcome, boys and boysettes. I don't know what the opposite of boys is. Blackstar has this thing. It's called the St. James EL34. Not a sexy name, not a sexy tube. You could also call it the St. James Series Classic, because look at the toe legs. That thing is light as a freaking feather. It's federleicht, as Leslie would say in German. It's ridiculous how light this 50-watt head is. And I'm a weakling. Now we hope that it is still in focus. But more ridiculonculous, that's the word, is the cab. That is utterly ridiculous. I can lift that with one hand easily. That's a 212 with Celestians, specially made Celestians. Not necessarily neodymium, but something something lightweight. I don't know. Voiced to sound vintage 30ish. It's utterly ridiculous how light this combination is with 50 watts. I just played it on 2 watts, which is one of the modes, and had to take the master down because it was too loud. So, let's go features. Pretty is a feature. Nice toe legs, 2 features already. Light up logo, 3 features. If you get power to the cab, which technically should be coming from the head, but isn't. If you get power to the cab logo lights up too. 5 features. Channel 1, 6 features. Channel 2, 7 features. Channel 2 with the voicing switch, 8 features. EQ, 9 features. This feature load is ridiculous. 50 watt, SAG, 2 watt, 12 features. Standby and power, 14 features. Reverb, 15 features. Let's go on the back. USB, which we'll get to, that's 16 features. Foot switch, which is still in the box, and it switches the SWOT. I mean, it switches the channel and the voice. So that's 17, I think. Effects loop, 18 features. Headphone or line out, 19 features. And XLR out, 20 features. With cab rig, 3 different cabs are saved in the amp. And that's, I think, 23 features now because we're counting them separately. And there's, of course, 24, 25, and 26 features with different outputs. Oh, in the back, universal power. So 100 and something to 200 and something watties, voltages, volts, something. Take it all around the world because it is so light and you can. And you can run it because it runs everywhere, even though it doesn't have legs. Yes, it's that kind of day. So, now that you know the features, of which there are many, this is a classic-y one. That's the modern one. Different video, watch it. We're going to get the sounds, starting with the clean channel. There is no indication that the clean channel's on other than the Blackstar logo is illuminated, which is nice. Still would have kind of liked a little light here or something. You can see that something's happening when you switch the channels. So I like that gain to be a little bit higher. It's not really gain, it's more volume because it gets a little bit meatier there. So not meteor like the thing that crashes into a planet. That's a meteor. I wanted meteor. You don't know. So this is a Shabbat. Links. It says HP on it. Very happy with it. It's got the ridiculously flippy floppy color. Lolas. All that stuff. It's a good guitar. We are now hearing the DI sound from cab number 1. We're gonna get into the software. That is right now a 412 with something. It's relatively quiet. Nothing to write home about yet. Let's get it media. Aha! You want it right there. Bit of that verb to give it spice. Now, I've got something plugged into the effects loop, which is a Boss RE 202, so let's see if that loop works. I hear delay, I hear nothing else. I don't hear buzzy hummies, twizzies, none of that. I can easily go and switch it to cab number 2, which I don't know what it is. Or 3. With clean sounds, it is less obvious. We'll get to that. So yeah, effects loop works. The last thing to check on a clean channel is how does it handle pedals. We're using the Volta 1987, which is on the table here. that doesn't suck. Channel 2. Gain, volume. So that's max gain now. Imagine your last name is Gain, and your parents call you Max. What's your name? Max Gain. Okay. Voicing 2 is a different voicing, but I have a feeling it's got more gain. And the mids shift a bit. Voicing 1 has more top end. Voicing 2 is a bit rounder. So if I'm pushing that with a 1987, I should get a killer lead. That doesn't like to be pushed. For leads, yeah, but it feels like a neutral boost might be a better idea than a drive pedal. Okay, let's check out the EQ thing. That's what it says, bass. Treble is definitely the most effective and also the one that I really grab more often. So, for example, right about here, tiny little bit, not enough. Tiny bit, not enough. That's what I'm saying. It's missing a bit. Too much. Right there's where I like the treble. Okay, so master does what comes out of the speaker, but also does what comes out of the DI outs. So there isn't a separate volume for that, which is a bummer, because I really want to push the computer more, but I also don't want to die once I turn on the speaker, which we're going to do now. It's pretty much when standby is up, it is standbying, but the DI out works. That's how you run it without a cab. And that's also when an internal load is active. Not a load box. It is a load box. It is a reactive load, which means it really simulates what the speaker would do, but it is not a attenuator. It is not an attenuator. There's an N, A-N. not a attenuator, it is an attenuator. It is not an attenuator, that's what I'm trying to say. So you cannot make it quieter. There is, however, 50 watt sag and 2 watt. Now the thing is, I'm going to keep it on 50 watt, turn this on. Gotta be really careful because this is a 50 watt head. Already way too loud, holy shit. On sag, it should have a kind of more squishy response in the power amp. However, not at 50 watt. I'm not gonna try that. So I'm gonna go standby again. Cool, rotor riff. If it inspires, it's good. So that's with the sag. Sag paneer, isn't that like an Indian dish? Isn't that what, I don't know. Now we should get into the benefits of squishy power amp quite sooner because we're on 2 watts. It's not super squishy. So I'm gonna turn the speaker on. That's already rather loud. Turn it off. I love the sound of this cab. It's very singing. It's very sweet. Somehow they made a good cab that's light. It's pretty ridiculous. It's actually almost a pleasure to carry that around. Yeah. Does the job. Turn this back off, 50 watt, plug this back in. Last thing to do is look at how you get your own cabs. Now, to immediately tell you what's happening is there's no IR loading. There is a turn it to DI, then run it into your DAW, put on your own DI, your own IR, sorry. But no, you cannot put your own IRs in there. What it comes with is what it comes with. And you can load those 3 presets to take with you. At home, anything's possible. And for that, we're gonna go to the, well, let's check the 3 presets actually. With some drive. So that works. Now, I will open the Blackstar Architekt Software. And it is there. By the magic of what Leslie can do, because the woman is magic. Right now, we've got 2 4/12s, one straight, one not so straight. You can see left rightiness here. That is for the headphone / line out, which is stereo. The XLR is not. So we're going to hear everything mono. You can't move the mics around. What you can do is change the axis right here. Then you click this away. And now you can see that it's straight on. Gonna mute this, gonna mute the room. Gonna turn the reverb off. That looks like a 421. I wish it said that here. Or you can, I'm looking over there. I'm sorry, you see it over there. I wish it said that there. But you can see it based on the picture. I wish it said which mic you had. So it's a 421. We're going to go to a 57. '57 on axis. Volume. Mute solo. You have a 421, a 67, 414. Lots of low end. A 121. 57, 121 is a good idea. Same cab. That's what I would go for. And a 160. So here you pick your cabs. That is your option. There's a cat for DI. 110, 112. Here you go. Ah, it's crap. Well, that's much better. Blah, blah, blah. More and more. Wanted a different mic on that, I'll pick the same cab over here. You can pick 2 different cabs and combine them. I'll pick my 121. And now I blend them. I can even EQ them. There's a master EQ. Lots of tone shaping. And there's also the room. Now this interface is reminiscent of what U8 did on the aux, where you got the 2 things, but it's with U8, 2 mics, not 2 cabs. And then the room. I mean, it's a mixer. We can say it looks kind of like it, but not really. It's more stylized. We're gonna make the room mono, small room. That the one thing is that room is everything to me when it comes to cab sounds, and UA just beats everyone when it comes to cab in the room sound. Listen to the UA amp pedals. Those room simulations are ridiculous. The UA aux, ridiculous. However, the aux itself is more than the amp. So it is not a fair comparison when the load box and simulator is more than the product we're reviewing. We expect it to be better, okay? This room, I think, could use a little bit of... because it sounds boxy. Yeah, I mean, with the UA, when you turn on the room, it's like, whoa, so much better. And here it's like, where can I EQ it? Okay, it's not ideal, but also not shit. You really need that room to move the air a bit. So, you can, randomize. Yeah, let's pick speakers and EQ settings and mics and everything at random. That's how you get tone. Good idea, Blackstar. It's not shit though. So then we got, can see that right here, presets. Loads of them. And you can, of course, load whatever you want in your amp, line out level, blah, blah, blah. So that is their software. Was a little bit hard to find on the website, but now they fixed that. There's a button at the bottom, button at the bottom of the site. That's it. Thank you, Leslie. Throw that away. So overall, bang for the buck. Pretty impressive features. I think it was 970 features. Utterly sexy look. Utterly cool, sexy look with the cab, and the lightweightness is ridiculous. You have, on the amp side, straightforward 2 channels. They do the job. The clean works, takes pedals. You got cool, classic rocky sounds. This is not your massive metal amp. That's what the other one's for. You have a great DI out. You can run it at 2 watt. Careful, 2 watt is still pretty damn loud with this thing. But you can run it with headphones. You can run it at bedroom level. You can run it directly into your audio interface or PA. It's got a working effects loop with switchable levels. You can take this into any country and it works. So I think Blackstar hit a lot of the features. They hit a lot of beautiful points. I think the sounds are bread and butter rock and roll. They're good. Sometimes I go like, whoa, that is really sweet, especially with the cab. Oh, by the way, that was mic'd with an Austrian Audio OC16, which is $349, so nothing massively expensive. It's a solid amp. The sounds are not like, oh my God, these are the most boutique, brilliant sounds in the world. If I go to my Tone King Sky King, that's my clean, but that's a clean for over $3,000, and it's missing all the other features. So therefore, it'll do the job, and I think there's a couple sounds in there, especially with the Strat and in-between positions on the second channel with that cab that are just singing so damn beautifully. You heard the track in the beginning. That was all recorded with the DI out. And the DI out, again, I would rather go through an aux, to be honest. But do I want to carry an aux with me live? No. What the Blackstar can give me with the cab rig is absolutely great for any venue. You can totally get the sounds you want. When you're going into a studio to record an album, you can absolutely get the sounds you want. Would you rather than mic the cab? Maybe. If they have an aux or something with more options, IR loading and all that stuff, mic back and forth wiggling. Yeah, you might want to try that and see if you get sounds that you like more. But if you record an album with the cab rig out, it's not going to be a shitty album in any way. Nobody's going to care. So it'll do the frickin' job. For what, $1,200, $1,300, something like that? Get the cab too. I cannot stress enough how cool the cab is. So one of these amps is staying here. They're paying for these videos, and one of the deals is one of the amps is staying here. Don't know which one yet. We might have to talk about the cab too, because damn is it sexy. That's it. I'll put links below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for switching, Leslie. And animals at the end.
You believe it's worth it? We're tired of fighting, breaking our hearts, and everything we worship is reducing to rubble and falling apart. Let's not go back to where we started. You believe it's over? It hasn't been like before, and I don't think it will. It's time to slowly get sober. Like an addict who long for the magical pill. Let's not go back to where we